Studying Korean, maybe about 3 or 4 years ago. I remember being in class and I was about to take a test. The teacher sat down in front of me and I could feel my heart start to beat really fast. My mind started racing because I didn't know what she was going to ask me. It was funny because during class, everything was great. We had a good time, myself, my other classmates, and my teacher. But suddenly, when the test came, and the teacher sat down, opened her notebook, and then opened her mouth, and she was about to ask me a question, I felt like my mind went blank. And I still remember that question. I still remember that exact scene. She asked me to tell her about a memory that I can never forget, something from my childhood that meant something. And I felt like I didn't know what to say. Now, I did answer the question, but it was difficult, and I realized that you experience the same thing. Sometimes you want to speak in English, and then someone asks you a question, and you have no idea what to say. Well, today, I am going to give you what you need. I'm going to teach you how to answer any question in English using a 5-step method. Very simple. Now, I need you to do one thing before we start. You see, when I teach these lessons, my goal is to help students just like you around the world. I have a big goal. My goal is to help 1 billion students around the world, and I need your help. All you have to do is like, share, and subscribe. That's right. Like this video, share it, and then subscribe to this channel. When you do those 3 things, it tells YouTube, wait a minute, this video, this channel is good. It can help people. So, one more time, like, share, subscribe. Come on. I said like, share, subscribe. Last time, like, share, subscribe. I'm Teacher Tiffany. Let's jump right in. All right, here we go. So let's say, for example, someone asks you a question about art. The question may be, who is your favorite painter? Now, you probably remember that I am an artist. I love to draw and paint. But if someone asks you that question, how would you answer? Well, you can answer by simply using the 5 W's. Who, what, when, where, and why. So for me, who? My favorite painter is a man named Chuck Close. He's an awesome painter. So what? My favorite painter. When? Currently. Where? America. And why? Creativity, great detail, and passion. Now what happens is you organize your thoughts first before you answer the question. You see, I just organized my ideas based on the 5 W's. So now I can answer the question. Look at my answer. My answer is, currently, my favorite painter is an American painter named Chuck Close because he paints with creativity, great detail, and passion. I answered all of the 5 W's in my answer to the person's question. It doesn't matter the topic as long as I'm using this 5-step method. But let's say the topic changes. Let's say, for example, they ask you a question about books. I'm curious, do you like reading? Do you like books? Let me know. All right, so let's say the question is, what is your favorite book? Again, 5-step method, 5 W's. Who? Francine Rivers. What? Bestseller, Redeeming Love. That's the name of the book. When? 1991. Where? America. And why? I enjoy reading love stories. Now, I want to pause really quickly. If you've never read this book, oh my goodness, this book is amazing. It's a modern day version of a Bible story, but it will blow your mind. It will help you improve your English. It will help you understand better your comprehension, and it will teach you so many new vocabulary words and expressions. So I would all the way advise you to read this book. All right. So again, the question is, what is your favorite book? And I use the 5 W's to organize my thoughts. So what's my answer? Here's how I would answer this question. I enjoy reading love stories. So my favorite book is the 1991 American bestseller, Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. You see how I did that, right? You see how I made that advanced English sentence just by using the 5 W's? You can do the same thing. All right, so let's say again, the topic changes. Remember, I'm teaching you how to answer any question in English. It doesn't matter what the topic is. But let's say, for example, the topic is career, and they ask you, what kind of job do you do? No worries, I can answer that. Who? I or me. What? Working as a computer engineer. Truthfully, I'm working as your English teacher. All right, but just for the example, working as a computer engineer when since 2010, where? A design firm in my city. And why? My friend is the CEO. Now look at this sentence. Since 2010, I have enjoyed working as a computer engineer for a design firm in my city because my friend is the CEO. You're seeing these advanced English sentences. You're seeing how to answer any question using the 5 W's. It's so simple if you apply the right method. But again, we're going to look at some more topics because you may need a little more proof, some more examples. So let's say, for example, they ask you about your dreams. I am curious. Tell me what your dream is. What is your dream job, or what would you like to do in the future? Put in the comment section. Practice your English. All right. So here's the question. What was your dream when you were a child? All right. No worries. Who? Me. What? Dream was to become a doctor. Now that's actually true. I wanted to be an OBGYN, the doctor that delivers babies. That's what I wanted to be. But you see how things changed. Now I'm an English teacher and I love it. All right. So when I was a child, where in the world and why to heal all of the sick people. So here's my sentence. When I was a child, my dream was to become a doctor so that I could heal all of the sick people in the world. All right. So we answered the question. But now what if they ask you about education? They say, why is education so important? Now, I've asked this type of question to my students before when I was in Korea and even now with students that I meet on a regular basis. And I realize that as a student learning English, sometimes you get questions that ask you to give a deep answer. And sometimes you feel like your mind goes blank, right? Well, again, even when you're asked a deep question that requires lots of thought, all you have to remember is the 5 W's method. Who, what, when, where, and why. So again, why is education so important? Well, here's my answer. Who? The children. What? Education is important. When? In the future. Where? Our society. And why? They will become the future leaders. So I can say, in my opinion, education is important because the children of today will become the future leaders of our society in the future. You talk about an A+ answer. Come on, y'all. And you could do the same thing. All right. So again, I answered all of the W's in my answer. Now, what if they ask you about food? Woo! Y'all know I love food. All right. What if they ask you about food? Well, here's the question. What is your favorite type of food to eat? Now, I'm going to answer the question for the example, but I'm curious. Do you all remember what my favorite food is? I mentioned 2 things, but one of them is my top favorite. In the comment section, I want to see who gets this right. Who knows what my favorite food is? Ooh. Let's see how much you know. All right. So again, the example question is not about me. All right. Okay. So here we go. Who, what, when, where, why? Who? Me. What? Favorite type of food to eat? Popcorn. Again, this is not my answer. When? In the evening. Where? At home. And why? Snack on it while watching television. So my favorite type of food to eat when I get home in the evening is popcorn because I usually snack on it while I watch my favorite television program. So again, answered all the 5 W's in my answer to this question. It's so important to remember these 5 W's. But now here's the thing, right? We have many more examples to look at, but you're probably thinking to yourself, teacher, this method is really good. Tiff, I really like the 5 W's and it seems so simple, but who can help me make sure that my answers are grammatically correct? I get grammar questions all the time. Or teacher, how do I know if I'm doing it right? You're basically asking for a tutor. You're asking for someone to help you. And that's why I want to tell you about our sponsor today. Today's sponsor is Cambly. Now, you guys know I talk about Cambly a lot. I love Cambly. And the reason why I love them so much is because they literally care about you. They want to help you achieve your goals, and they want to give you one-on-one attention, one-on-one classes. So when you learn something with me, you can go to a Cambly tutor and practice with them. They have tutors from America, from Australia, from Canada, native English speaking countries, and they're ready to help you. And again, I told you why I love Cambly, and one of the main reasons is because they want to help you, my student. What they want to do is give you a discount. So the coupon code right here on the screen, use this coupon code and get a discount. Now, all of the links are in the description, so click the link, use the coupon code, and start studying with a tutor today. Improve your English. Put into practice what I'm teaching you. So again, Cambly, thank you so much. You guys are awesome. All right, so you're going to practice with Cambly as you go through the 5 W's and answer certain questions. And we just talked about food, but let's say the topic changes. Let's say someone asks you about games, and they say, what types of games do you play at parties? Again, same method, 5 W's. Who? My friends and I. What? Usually play acting games. When? When I go to parties. Where? At parties. And why? We love those types of games. So I can say, I usually play acting games when I go to parties with my friends because we love those types of games. Now, you're probably wondering, teacher, what's an acting game? We're going to take a pause in our lesson and play a game really quickly. Now, again, I've already asked you to type in the comment section what you think my favorite food is. Now, I'm going to see if you can guess what I'm acting out. I'm not going to tell you the answer. I just want to see if you can type the answer in the comment section. So here we go. I'm going to act something out, and I want you to tell me what I am eating. Okay? You ready? All right. It's going to be a little hard. Oh, Now that's a hard one. I want you to type in the comment section what you think I am eating. I'm very curious to see who's going to get this one right. But again, I acted something out and you had to guess. That's one of the games we like to play. All right. So next, let's see if they ask you a question about your home. What type of home would you like to live in? So again, who, what, when, where, and why. I, what, want to live in a similar cute house. When? After I get married. Where? In the suburbs, and why? I used to live in a cute house. So here's the sentence. When I was growing up, I lived in a cute house. So after I get married, I would like to live in a similar cute house in the suburbs. All right. I don't take those out because I think whenever I mess up, it helps you realize that even native English speakers sometimes have to correct themselves. Don't worry. All right. So similar cute house. Again, so I'm answering the question by answering the 5 W's. Now, again, a different topic, helping you guys to see how it doesn't matter what the topic is. Let's say it's about identity. All right. What is your best physical feature? Who? People. What? My best physical feature is my smile. Now, this one is true. People tell me all the time that they really like my smile and they feel happy when they see me smile. So I think my best physical feature is my smile. All right. So we continue. Since I was a child, where? Everywhere. Why? Always told me it is great. So I think my best physical feature is my smile because since I was a child, people everywhere have always told me it is great. So again, even in answering a question about a physical feature, we still use the 5